How are you all doing tonight? My name is Bigbobbedboi and welcome. So we got a bit of Burning Crusade Classic news yesterday, and I really want to talk about it. If you can recall back to March, we had that survey asking how people would like to start TBC Classic. Use your current character, copy your character over, start fresh, or level 58 templates. But this current survey had a few new interesting questions. How interested are you in a classic version of Burning Crusade? And also, how likely are you to play a classic version of Burning Crusade? A lot of people look at this and get the wrong idea. They think this is Blizzard deciding if TBC Classic is worth releasing. No. Blizzard already knows internally if they're releasing TBC Classic. Now, I don't have any insiders at Blizz, but I'm fairly confident in saying we are getting TBC Classic. Like 95%, I'm sure it's already been decided internally at Blizzard that it's going to happen. How exactly it's going to release, character transfer options, servers, phases, etc., that sort of stuff I'm sure is still being ironed out. When I look at this survey, my take is Blizz is just gathering info here. Let's talk a little more about what these surveys are. So in most cases, Blizz highly targets people with these. These ones, I assume, were sent mostly to people that don't have a lot of hours into WoW Classic. Primarily retail players that played Classic a little and quit. Or maybe people that came back for Classic and quit, but then didn't come back for Shadowlands. Plus, one of the questions says the last 30 days you played, indicating that these people are quitters. And a lot of the questions later on in the survey are not TBC Classic specific. So, why would they ask these questions if it's not to determine if they'll make a BC Classic? Data collection. Blizz sends out a lot of surveys. I've gotten a few that were never reported on Wowhead, MMO Champ, or anywhere else. Some of them have some really out there shit in them. Shit you would never expect Blizz to be considering. They also ask you not to share your survey with anyone. And, Wowhead credited people for leaking this in their article. I mean, thanks for leaking this, guys, but if Blizz knows who you are, this is the last survey they send into your ass. I really do think this is as simple as data collection, though. Blizz could be doing something as mundane as trying to calculate how many people that quit Classic will return for TBC Classic. I can definitely see them reporting at their next shareholders meeting that their data indicates X amount of players are expected to return for TBC Classic. And it's just that sort of thing. Now, there is another interesting question. If World of Warcraft introduced a new WoW Classic Fresh Start realm where the game is as it was on day 1, e.g. all players start at level 1, Molten Core and Onyxia are the only available raids, Battlegrounds are not yet available, etc., and content unlocks progresses over time, how interested would you be in playing on that realm? So this is pretty surprising. A lot of people think this might be Blizz thinking about just restarting Classic instead of doing TBC Classic. I don't think that is what this is. I think this is them seeing if people are interested in redoing WoW Classic as it was alongside TBC Classic. The reason I think this is because Blizz is kind of in the shit with what to do with WoW Classic. They said they want it to exist like a museum. Weird fucking way to put that, but whatever. So if all the servers just tick over to TBC Classic, that's not what they were intending. Meaning, when they do a TBC Classic, what happens to the current WoW Classic servers? Just leave them as they are on Phase 6? They could do that, or they could add a few new servers that start at Phase 1 and let people enjoy that progression again if they want. I mean, that sort of thing has existed in private servers for a while now. Whether they add these fresh start servers or not, I don't think this really has any bearing on what happens with TBC Classic. Maybe less fresh TBC servers, but even that probably not. They also asked some questions about specific game features, how people enjoyed those and how important they are, more data collection to be used for whatever the fuck internally at Blizz. And finally, they also asked about player behavior, which is pretty funny. I mean, I don't think it's a secret the community in Classic wasn't close to what it was in Vanilla. But I don't really know what Blizz is going to do here. Shitty people are going to be shitty people. Actually, this would be better if we had smaller servers. On these massive servers like Herod and Fairbanks, everyone is damn near anonymous. Back in the day, if someone was a dick all the time, they'd get blacklisted and not get into groups. That was a lot better system than trying to have Blizz be the fucking WoW police. Bots, on the other hand, yeah, they need to be more on point for that. If accounts are repeatedly getting reported for being bots, fucking look into it, Blizzard. Not that hard. Alright, so final takeaways from this survey. My thoughts are, this only further confirms that TBC Classic is coming. BlizzCon will probably bring the announcement. I can say I'm sure as shit that TBC is happening, honestly. Now, the fresh start servers, those are interesting, and that is something where I think Blizzard really is looking for earnest feedback into how many people would be interested in it. Whether we see those fresh start servers or not, that probably is up in the air right now. But yeah, these surveys are pretty interesting. As I said, I've gotten a lot of them, and most of them are never leaked, or at least reported on. And they are really targeted. I played a lot of Serve Hunter and BFA, but quit and never went back, even though I was playing a lot of Classic. So Blizz sent me a lot about Shadowlands, and I gave them a ton of feedback throughout the alpha about Serve Hunter. And retail Serve Hunter still has all the problems I pointed out, so that sucks. Retail Serve is really disappointing, yeah. What's not disappointing is this channel. If you enjoyed the video, hit that sub button, bell, like button, share button, and there's even a join button now. If you're interested, memberships start out at only $2 USD. You get some very cool emotes, and it really is the best way to support the channel. I also stream WoW Classic and other games right here on YouTube, so be sure to stick around for that. You can even catch those cool emotes in the chat sometimes. But that isn't going to be all for this one. I really appreciate you all joining me, and I will see you all for the next one.